Sia, popularly known in the music industry as Hadi Bell, is an unapologetically happy and super talented rapper. Known for her incredible flow and hard-hitting punchlines, she made her debut years ago with a single called "To Hell." Along with her fiery rap skills, she became known for her unequivocal explicit lyrics and provocative fashion choices. She was the Rapper and Artist of the Year for 4 consecutive times, amassing a loyal fanbase both locally and internationally. However, for the past 2 years, she was off the limelight. Today, she made her highly anticipated return in an exclusive interview on a top-rated primetime TV show, where she opened up about her absence. She revealed the harrowing details of a near-fatal accident that left her with multiple injuries, forcing her into a long hospitalization abroad. In a heartfelt moment, she expressed gratitude to her manager, boyfriend, and fans for their unwavering support, and reassured them that she was back, stronger than ever. Her return set social media on fire, igniting a mix of both admiration and criticism. That evening, Hadi Bell dined with her manager, popularly called Psyche, a handsome, hard-working, ambitious, and quick-witted man. As they discussed her comeback, he had a radical idea: to stir up more public interest by faking a scandal involving her relationship with her boyfriend, O'Brien. Hadi Bell thought the idea was brilliant, and presented it to O'Brien during a romantic getaway. However, he strongly opposed the idea. He suggested that instead of a breakup, they announce their marriage, a move he believed would captivate the public more positively. O'Brien was a renowned and award-winning vocalist. They have been dating for 4 years. Their relationship was a frequent subject of public debate, due to the 6-year age difference between them. While some fans hailed them as the ultimate power couple, others criticized the relationship, claiming she was too wild and old for him. After some persuasion, O'Brien reluctantly agreed to Psyche's plan. Days later, everything unraveled. One morning, O'Brien woke to a shocking headline. Hadi Bell had released a diss track titled "Gelding," accusing him of being an opportunist who had only dated her for fame. In the song, she also unleashed all sorts of derogatory remarks, attacking his character and manhood. Enraged, he stormed to Hadi's house demanding an explanation. But to his surprise, Hadi Bell appeared calm, insisting it was all part of the plan, and that there was nothing personal behind her words. Furious, O'Brien demanded they end the charade and delete the music, but Psyche intervened, insisting they take advantage of the drama which was trending. He left the place angry, avoiding calls from Hadi Bell and interviews. Meanwhile, Hadi Bell thrived on the controversy, granting interviews and spinning false narratives about him. For her, it was all part of the game, but for O'Brien, it was too much to bear. He began distancing himself from her. One night after a long recording session, she slipped into her nightgown, put her phone on vibration. She put on her sleep mask, ready to have a good sleep. As she drifted off, her phone vibrated. She ignored it. It vibrated again. Annoyed, she hung up and puffed. The phone vibrated the 3rd time. Irritated, she answered. "Who are you?" she asked rudely. A distorted voice responded, Hello, I'ma see your something is with me. She scoffed and hung up. The caller persisted. In anger, she answered, I will block your number and report you to the police if you don't stop harassing me. Threatening the caller. I love the idea. Report to the police and I will let the world know about your sleep medication. The voice exclaimed. Unfazed, Hottie Belle snapped back. Blackmail won't work on me. I'm not the first or last person to have sleep issues. Then let's play a little game called the cat out of the bag. Let's talk about your alcohol addiction, said the voice. Shocked, she removed her sleep mask and sat upright. The voice continued. And your drug addiction, or worse, the fact that your manager staged an accident in order to send you abroad for rehabilitation. Who are you? She asked anxiously. I believe the question should be, how much do you need? Because you wouldn't want your fans to know you deceived them, quipped the voice. You know that in showbiz you need to keep a face. Okay, let's settle this. 50,000 Ghana cedis, the voice replied. Interesting. Do you think I am that cheap? She answered. Brian, if this is your way of avenging what I did, I am sorry. I actually didn't mean to hurt you. It was just a show. The voice taunted. Wrong guess. This is not Brian. He loves you and will never blackmail you. She retorted. I don't believe you. Then, let me tell you something Brian doesn't know about your half-siblings, Serwa and Mercy. The voice replied. Terrified, she quickly stood out of the bed. Please, who are you? Someone who knows a lot about you. Apart from knowing your siblings, I also know why you are hiding them. It's because you don't want your family's dirty little secret out. About how your uncle murdered your stepfather in front of you and your mother. She asked humbly. What is your price? Relax. I am not in a hurry. The game has just begun. She asserted. Day, I know this is you. I am sorry for what happened years ago. I had to do what I did. Oh really? The voice giggled. You chose to betray me, when all that I did was love you like my sister. The inseparable two broke girls, with a single dream, to make it to the spotlight together as a group. We even had a name, the Stilettos. The voice sighed. Do you remember when we sat in our wooden little home and wrote songs I sang with my angelic voice, while you rapped, after a stressful workday at our menial jobs? After that, we slept on our mattresses daydreaming of our lives as superstars. Recounted the voice. She replied. I do, and I'm sorry. Do you think sorry can heal a shattered heart and repair a broken dream? I covered your shifts for you. I even lent you money. I knew you were up to something, though you lied about it. But I never thought you were up to no good. Had I not followed you that day, would I have known you went behind to agree on a contract, which we both decided to disagree on? She answered persuasively. It was a golden opportunity. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity we were looking for. And I had it on a silver platter. It would have been unwise to let it pass by. So, why did you pretend to be in accord with me when Psyche discovered us, and later came to tell us he only needed a rapper, not a vocalist? Why did you choose money and fame over integrity and loyalty? Asked the voice. Please, Day, do not torture me further. I admit I broke your trust. Forgive me. I am sorry. The voice ridiculed. Oops. Darling. Let me burst your bubble. This is not Day. The last time you saw her on social media, she was living abroad, started her own family, and living her best life. Besides, she doesn't kiss and tell. Then who are you? And how do you know everything? She asked, stuttering. The voice replied, one last thing before I name my price. I know about the 8th of October 2016. I am sorry. I beg you. She beseeched. The voice whimpered. You watched while the voice of the innocent was silenced. You were the only person who knew she was telling the truth. Because you witnessed her struggling with him in the room. Yet you left without offering to help her. And when she came out accusing the man, you kept mute. He was my promoter and investor. An affluent man, there was no way I could have stood up to him. My career would have ended before I even dared to expose him. The voice replied, and you did that, at the expense of an innocent girl. She became so unhappy and hated herself, till she gave up on life itself and ended it. That was not my intention. If you are her relative, I am woefully sorry. I will give you whatever you ask for. Now, we are getting somewhere. Seeing you so pitiful is amazing. I don't know why you will dig up my past psyche. But please let's get this over and done amicably. The distorted voice in amazement. Wait a minute. So you think this is psyche? Why would he do that? He has no reason to, but I do. On a rainy Tuesday afternoon, a tragedy occurred between a girl, her mother, uncle, and stepfather. She knelt and cried terribly. I beg you in the name of God. Do not say it, do not torture me anymore. Please. The voice continued. You were a victim of rape by your stepfather. The first time it happened you confided in your mother. But she thought you had misunderstood what went on and didn't believe you. It happened the second time. You did not bother to tell anybody. But at his third attempt, your mother chanced on it. Haughty Belle crying bitterly as she covers her ears. No, no, she moaned. And here is the wholesome truth. Your mother was shocked. Enraged, she picked a hammer lying next to her and hit him multiple times. He fell with blood oozing out of him. Then your uncle entered. Seeing what had happened, he took the blame and got sentenced to life imprisonment. From that day your mother was never happy. She couldn't forgive herself for not believing you, for allowing such a vile act to go on in the first place, and for destroying her brother's life. But the three of you had sworn an oath to never tell anyone. So, she kept it. She became a shadow of herself till she passed on. I know. I am a mess. My life is a mess, she said as she sobbed. The voice queried, then why do you keep up a facade? Why do you pretend your life is so happy and perfect? Meanwhile, you carry a burden you can share. I don't want to drag anybody into my messy life. Right. That is why you are so guarded. And refuse to accept the proposal of Brian. She affirmed. Yes. Brian is a good man. Regardless of how his parents disapproved of us. He stood by me. But, I am a liar, a betrayer, and unworthy. I also harbor hate for my siblings. That's why I have abandoned them. Because anytime I see them, I see that vile man. For once in your lifetime, you are being honest to yourself. Kudos. Now, back to business. How much do you think all these secrets are worth? The blogger's ears are itching. Haughty Belle answered. You name whatever you want. 5 million Ghana cedis. The voice said. Hottie Belle, taking a deep breath, replied, "Deal. Good. Now go to your washroom. Your third drawer. There is a brown envelope with the evidence in it, so that you will believe it is not a joke." She hurriedly rushed to a drawer on top of a mirror and opened it. She saw a brown envelope and unsealed it. She removed a white paper with "You" written boldly on it. She lifted her eyes, looking confused. Suddenly she saw a reflection of a silhouette behind her. She panicked and ran as the silhouette followed. She ran to a corner. In a trembling voice, "No, now I know. You are my mother's ghost. It's my mother's ghost." The silhouette nods negatively as it moves towards her. "Don't come near me. Please. Please." As she quivered, the silhouette slowly revealed itself. She saw a spitting image of her. Shocked, she shouted, "Tricks! Tricks!" The spitting image calmly and feebly said, "My name is Self. You are with me. I am yourself." She laughed maniacally. She couldn't believe what was happening. She felt she was going crazy. Contrary to reality, there was neither a phone call nor blackmailer. It was just her lying on her bed wearing her sleep mask, reflecting on her life, choices and circumstances. She was tired of running away from herself. She had realized self-reflection and accountability are powerful tools in the human life.